Hi, Gina.
Hi Ione, hi everyone. I'm Gina, the senior editor of Polyester.
And I'm Ione, the founding editor-in-chief of Polyester. And this is the Polyester Podcast, a feminist pop culture podcast dissecting the discourse on a weekly basis.
Before we start, if you're a fan of this podcast, please make sure to rate and subscribe. And if you really love us, you can sign up for a podcast membership where you get on our Discord and on our Instagram close friends for only £3 a month. Do we have any reviews, Ione?
We do. Thank you very much, everyone, for leaving reviews. This is 5 stars. Wish I could give more stars. I wait around every week for the Polyester Podcast. So insightful with a side of silly. XOXO from Maya via Apple Podcasts in the USA.
I feel tight now because we've just left it like 4 weeks without one.
Yeah, it's true, but it was Christmas and I went on holiday and the Saltburn episode was really stressful. I never want to hear the word Saltburn again. I never want to think about it again.
Yeah, I would say we almost stopped the podcast, but we would never think that.
Yeah, that's just untrue.
Yeah, it was very controversial, which I'm surprised at. I feel like we put that episode out and then the film popped off online.
Yeah, on Prime.
Yeah. I saw a tweet being like, it's going to be a Best Picture nom because it's caused so much discourse.
Oh, don't even want to talk about it. Okay. Happy New Year. Welcome to the new year.
Why do you say it like that?
What? That's how I talk.
Happy New Year. Welcome to the new year.
Today we are doing our ins and out lists, what are your general thoughts on ins and out lists this year, G?
People are being really specific to just them, which I quite enjoy, to be honest.
I think
it's better than the ones trying to be like the wider vision of like, with like everyone trying to be like a trend forecaster and stuff. Like it just kind of doesn't work anymore online.
I think it's worse.
Why?
Well, so once my Alfie said to me,
my Alfie, your husband,
my husband Alfie said to me like, oh, do you know what's so annoying? When like people sit around in a group and they're like, do you know what I love? Crisps. Crisps are amazing. And they just say it's something everyone loves.
That's our whole friendship. Like... That's our whole friendship.
No, it's not.
Like a whole friendship group?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Literally get in the next room and go, you know what, I love crisps. And someone will go, you know what, I love Quavers. And then you'll go, oh, I'm not a big fan of Quavers, but, you know, I love it. What's it? And that's a great conversation to me.
It's just like so shit. Like, yeah, who doesn't love crisps?
Loads of people. I had an ex-boyfriend who only ate red.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh, do you know what's lovely? Having the heating on in winter.
It is, yeah. Why are you and Alfie attacking friendliness?
It's just like so big. Like, it's just like, yeah. So I feel like that's what people's ins and outs have been. It's been like in, wearing socks, out, hatred.
That's what ours is like.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. One of your ins is hugging your friends.
Yeah, that is it.
You just slagged yourself off to know.
No, I didn't.
Yours is really personal.
No, it's not. And I also think, shut up, Gina. And I also think that people started their lists way too early. Like, I was seeing them like 20th of December. That's so early.
Yeah, no, that's more like what was in and out for December for 2023, when really you should be doing an ins and outs list for what's in and out for 2024 for the new year.
And we are recording this on the 4th of January, so we are not late.
Who said we were late?
Well, we are just late. We're going to be late.
Well, wait, what day is it on the...
Don't know, the 8th or something? 9th? Anyway, another thing that I've not enjoyed about ins and outs lists this year is like people trying to make the format really serious. Like, I've seen a few people be like, in a free Palestine. And it's like, to me, that just feels so... like it's taking a really serious issue and just memifying it, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, I think that's been happening a lot, to be honest, as it continues, I think.
Yeah.
And we kind of touched on this a bit on one of my outs as well, like memifying.
Okay, would you like to go through your list? Well, so now. Also, no, it's fine. Let's just go.
No, go on.
No, I can't even remember.
You're a liar.
I think generally ins and outs lists are fun, but I think you can tell who takes it too seriously.
Yeah. Imagine making like a whole podcast about it or something.
Shut up, Gina. Why are you being so finicky?
It's fun to have a laugh.
No, you're just bullying me.
You're bullying me in this list.
I haven't said anything.
Wait till we hear your outs. They're so bullying of me.
Okay.
So am I doing all of mine and then all of yours, or the other way around?
So you're doing them one at a time, and then we talk about them, and then I'll do one at a time. So you say one, we talk about it. You say one, we talk about it.
Okay, in is The Hunger Games.
Wrong. Already. Immediately no. I just watched Songbirds of whatever it was. Song of... What's the film called?
A Ballad of
Songbirds
Birds
and Snakes.
Yeah, something like that.
And I was so excited. I even rented it for like $15.99 or whatever. Yeah, I know.
$15.99.
Yeah, I spent more on it than I would have spent at the cinema. Why is that so funny?
I don't know. You spent 16 bloody quid on watching it. It's not worth that.
It was rubbish.
Oh, I loved it.
How much was your cinema ticket?
7 quid. I think
Yeah.
I did Orange Tuesdays.
Orange Tuesday?
Well, it's not Orange Tuesdays. Meerkat Mondays, whatever. No.
All right. Yeah, I just thought it wasn't that good. But okay, why do you think they're in?
I think it's nice that amongst all the like Twilight Renaissance and people still being fucking obsessed with Harry Potter, we've got one that's like a capitalist critique.
Okay. Next.
An out.
No, you're doing all your ins, and then you're doing all your outs, and then I'm doing mine.
Okay, doobies.
Oh, what?
I feel like...
What, like a spliff?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Gina, are we 12?
No, I think I'm going to have a renaissance of smoking weed this year. Or gummies, at least.
No, for all our sakes.
I think it'll be good for me.
I'm very... This is so stupid.
Yeah, I'm not taking it serious.
Why are they in? Because you want to start smoking weed?
Not start. I've done it before.
Are you 12?
I think like it's symbolic to me of spending more time enjoying myself in my home.
You can do that without smoking weed.
Yeah, but I like smoking weed.
Okay, next.
Animal Crossing.
Oh, Gina, this is literally the worst list that's ever existed.
You're being so mean to me.
Okay, why?
Why? Because it's really cute and nice.
Oh my god. The next one?
Dark lipstick.
So wrong.
Like brown or dark purple, I think is going to be a big hit this year.
You're not going to wear that.
I will. I used to wear dark brown lipstick all the time.
Yeah, but you won't.
I will.
Why do you think it's going to be in?
Well, I think grunge makeup kind of like was starting to come back last year, like messy eyeshadow and stuff, and I think the next evolution of that will be on the lips.
Okay, next.
Garfield.
Right, why?
Well, we've had like Snoopy and Miffy and all that, and I think it's his time to shine. We need a fat king.
Okay, next.
Fuck me. My next one is Being Serious.
Which you just contradicted yourself because you said you're not taking this seriously. So maybe you should start taking your podcast hosting responsibilities more serious. Hello?
Hello? That's so nasty. Stop bullying me.
No.
Bullying me. I think being serious in regards to life and like being earnest with each other and things like that.
I saw a tweet that was like being earnest versus being ironic just comes around every 5 years and flip-flops, and I think that's very true.
Yeah, it's like
I've always been earnest, so
it's like, would you laugh at I Can Has Cheeseburger, or would you laugh at something horrible?
what's the hook? Go on.
What do you mean?
Dig a bit deeper.
That's the cycle.
Yeah, but what's something horrible?
Oh my god, like a Gypsy Rose Blanchard meme.
Okay, next.
Hope.
Okay, why?
We all need a bit more hope, I think. I think everything's so like pessimistic, and obviously there's lots of reasons for us to be pessimistic, both like individually and as a culture and a society and as a globe. But I think like we're all going to be fucked if we don't start like tapping into having hope for things soon.
Lovely. Do you want to do my ins next or your outs?
I'm going to do your ins so I can stop bullying Ubar.
Oh, well, you can't bully me because I have an absolutely impeccable list.
Oh my gosh, right, go on.
In court shoes, it's absolutely true. I bought a pair of Marc Jacobs court shoes in the charity shop last year, and I think we're going to see it come back with like the whole office wear thing and etc, etc, etc. Also, they're really comfy for like nights out, so I think people are going to go more to a court shoe and away from like a stiletto vibe. Thoughts?
What's a court shoe?
You know what a court shoe is? We literally spoke about this when I bought them.
Is it the one where it's like fat at the top and then thin on the end?
It can be, but yeah, it's kind of like that vibe.
Like, yeah, I do think they're backward tights. Or those stockings you had.
Yeah, I love those stockings, knee-high stockings.
Okay, next.
Really nice. Bows are in, and they will remain to be in. Also, I found a picture of myself where I was wearing a bow in 2018. So I feel like there's some things that happen when they're trends that you then just stay forever. I think that people overdoing bows will probably stop wearing them, and like the trend people will die out. But I find it really like cynical that people are being like, oh, bows are so lame now, they're so embarrassing. It's like you're kind of just telling on yourself that you buy into micro trends and that you don't actually do what you actually like.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between trends and personal style. And I think me and and especially as you just get older, you kind of like lean into more, like you're happy when something that's in your personal style lexicon becomes a trend because you get to buy it everywhere and see it more.
Yeah.
But, like when
Yeah.
it goes out to style, then like it's easy to feel deflated by it, but it's important to not, because if you personally love something, then why would you care that if it's on trend or not?
Exactly, I agree with you there. Bang on there, Gina.
Thank you.
And I don't know, I just think it's really weird to say that they're out. I find it personally affronting.
That's so funny.
Why?
Because if like Gorpcore was out, you wouldn't be like, oh, it's terrible what they've done to Gorpcore. Because you like Bose, you're like, no, they can't say that. I disagree.
I just think it's really joyless.
Yeah.
Some may say femphobic, but I didn't say that myself.
Who may say?
Some. Well, it's true because it's like part of what we see is the like disposability of trends as well. Like, oh, we can throw away the thing that's like girly and pretty. Oh, it's not it was never like serious or anyway, so now it's just like out.
Yeah.
Something that is out for me personally though, and I think for everyone, because I saw a like screenshot of an article or whatever, and it was like, oh, you can walk through Dime Square and like tell where people shop. You can tell who has the Sandy Liang knockoffs and who has the real thing. And I'm sorry, but if you're spending like £200 on a bow, the joke's on you.
Yeah, you think.
Yeah.
Thick as two short planks to be doing that.
So I think in is actually just not buying like the really expensive stuff, making your own. You can actually buy a run of ribbon for like £3.
Don't we bloody know it? That's the backbone of the polyester economy.
Exactly. Instead of the price of milk, it's the price of bows.
Okay, go on.
So my next one, controversial, but I think you will remember last year I said that millennial slang was coming back. For example, YOLO and swag. And we saw that to be absolutely correct. Halima wrote an article for Days saying that swag was the word of the year. Proud to be like forebearer of that trend. So this year we are bringing back cool beans.
Great. Next.
I think pastel yellow is going to come in because we've had pastel pink for ages now.
Yeah.
And blue's not that fun. I think yellow will be a vibe. Walking.
Reader, listener, I am wearing a pale blue jumper and it's one of my favourite colours.
Looks lilac to me.
Well, I also like lilac.
Okay, walking everywhere is in because like the price of Uber, the price of cabs is absolutely ridiculous. I hate getting the tube. I find it very stressful. So this year is going to be all about walking.
I agree. I'm happy to announce I'm moving to London this year. And and one of my biggest things about it is that I want to be more active in A, using public transport, and B, walking anywhere that's less than 20 minutes away.
Also, I would say walking as your only form of exercise is very in.
Yeah. I'd love if you took up speed walking and had one of them little outfits.
Next is being on time. Not being early, not being late, being exactly on time. I hate people that are late. I think it's very rude and I think we should just stop that.
You're chronically early though.
Yeah, I am, but as long as you're like, I think there's levels to it. Like if you're at a bar and you're early, it's fine. But you can't turn up to someone's house early. Do you know what I mean? That's rude.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because they're not expecting you. Medium-sized handbags are back.
Oh my god, yes. I was rocking this last year. Those pink ones I've got.
Yeah, but I will say I got a medium-sized bag for Christmas and I have nothing to put in it. So if anyone has tips on what people put in their bags...
That's the thing though, you start accumulating shit that is like, you're like, why was I not going out with all this stuff before? Like, I've got a bag perfume, I've got one of those bagoo bags that folds out to a shopping bag, I've got a spare mascara in there, I've got 4 lipsticks, I'm like, it's my wonderland. I'm prepared for anything. You know, like when you're little and your mum's always got an ibuprofen on her. Me now. Me now. We've got an omeprazole, we've got a cocodamol, I've got an ibuprofen, I've got a paracetamol, I've got whatever the hell else I might need.
Next, shrugs and boleros, self-explanatory. I think they're back, but like I really don't like those shrugs and boleros that you put over your head, like they're a mini jumper and they stop before the top of your boobs, like they're out. But like actual shrugs and boleros that are like a cardigan, they're in.
You know that was like a fashion mistake. Sorry, that sounded
What do
so
you mean?
stupid.
The fashion
Like
mistake.
those were invented to go underneath like dresses and stuff, so you're not wearing like a big bulky jumper to like under a dress, and everyone just like was wearing them over bras, and that's not what it was meant for. Also, I think the only people who
Well,
wear those are like girls with absolutely no boob. Like if you've got massive boob, you look like a bit weird in it.
yeah,
And I can
100%.
say that as a big-breasted aficionado, I'm not just like body shaming everyone.
Obsession is in. It should always be in. It's constant in my life. But I saw this like, I can't remember who it was or what it was, but I think I saw a post where it was like, don't just like skip from content to content. Google a film after you watch it. Watch the director's cut. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, what? Do people literally just watch films and then forget about them? I spend at least an hour or two googling afterwards.
I'm literally fucked up so many films for myself because I'm reading the letterboxd reviews during.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, oh my god, and then I'm looking at all the actors and be like, where do I know them? I feel like that's very much like, I don't know, maybe that's more of like having a wider attention span.
what do you mean?
Because otherwise I'm like I saw a TikTok as well being like, I read a book and then I put it down and then I've forgotten what it was about, and it's like this need to consume culture at such like a rapid space to seem like relevant, to like be like, oh, like those BookTok girls who read like 200 books a year, like you're not actually taking it in, like you're not actually having thoughts on it,
Yeah, you're just like,
because you're like, bam, I need to move on to the next thing. Like you finished a film and you're not sat there thinking about it or reading a review about it. I think you should be imbibing the messaging of what you've seen and forming an opinion on it, just like we did with Saltburn. Like I went in and I liked it, and then afterwards thinking critically about it, I was like, no, actually it's hell.
I think that leads back to the like bow point as well, where people aren't actually engaging with things because they actually like them. They're just picking up what they see and being like, oh, that's cute for a second. Like they aren't really contextualizing the things they consume or experience or watch or even put on in relation to like how they feel about themselves. They're just like mindlessly doing it. So I think in
Yeah.
is actually thinking.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to clarify that contextualizing something doesn't necessarily mean like shitting on it either. Like if you've enjoyed, you can contextualize something after a film and enjoy it more. You can
Yeah.
read a book and maybe you didn't think loads about it, and then you think about it more after and go, oh, I actually loved that. And the same can be said for
Yeah.
like bows. Like if you're immediately like, oh, no one's wearing them anymore, so I'm not going to wear them. Like that's really sad.
Mm-hmm. My next one isn't my next one, but media literacy, which I feel like ties into what we just said because there is so little about it these days. I feel like the comment sections are becoming more and more feral. I actually can't cope.
Yeah, I had to. If you want to laugh, go in the Saltburn, our first Saltburn podcast thing, because I was just going buck wild in response.
The mute button is also extremely in. I muted so many people at the beginning of this year because I feel like with social media, you just like passively find out so many things about people's lives that you just would never even bump into in the street. Like people you maybe know or you've worked with once or you've been on a night out with once or like whatever. It's like, I actually don't need to know what you do every day. Like, not saying that aren't interesting. This isn't like a par. It's just like, I don't need to know all that about you.
Yeah, what's that theory that's like you're only meant to know 150 people max? Like that's how much your brain can like process. But
Handle.
we're all following like over 1,000 people now on every social media platform. Like that, it's hard to pass like knowing these intimate details, seeing these intimate details of all different people all the time. I actively want to know less people online anyway. I don't have enough friends.
You say if you're about to move to a new place.
I love all my IRL friends and the people I met.
Last one, hugging your friends and holding their hands. It is important to tell people that you love them. Next, my out list. We'll just go straight into it.
What about mine?
Trend forecasting. We'll do yours last because yours is shorter.
All right, go on then.
Trend forecasting is out. Like, I feel like I'm seeing, this also ties into media literacy. Like, I feel like I'm seeing so many people speak with authority on things they don't have authority on. And that's not to, you know, I'm not saying that I'm anti like intrigue or like being interested in something, but people literally being like, oh, this person ripped that person off, but they don't know what the original reference was, or like it happens a lot in fashion where people are like, oh, I miss the days when this, and this. And it's like, but you only know that from a screenshot. You don't actually know what you're talking about. And we get it in our comment sections all the time. Like, let's feel like trend forecasting is out. Like, very sweet, but someone posted on our like new issue TikTok being like, print media is so back for real. And it's like, it's always been around.
Yeah.
No, I feel like just grand statements about what is coming back or like acting as if you're an authority on anything is not good. Like, approaching things with curiosity is, acting as if you know everything is out.
Yeah, and these kind of like sweeping statements, I suppose, that are said with certainty is a hard, weird way of, I don't know, I think there needs to be more like, oh, but it's nice.
I feel like it just makes social media a really like hostile place as well, because that's what incites people to be like, no, you're wrong, blah, 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 blah. And like people not reading in depth about what they know or what they want to know, but then just making these overblown statements about it.
Yeah,
I just
everything's
feel like I'm in hell.
so black and white now.
Yeah, it's so definitive, where it's like so many things are just not definitive.
Yeah, it's kind of like ties in, but also does it to this really funny Twitter trend that's going around where people are like, right, everyone, they'll get like a tweet where someone's gone, she's serving Cantarina from Planet Slay, and everyone's like quote tweeting and being like, what happened to saying she looks nice? I love her fringe. She's a kind lady. And it's kind of the same thing. It's like everything's so extreme now in like a comment section, or like to have an opinion, it has to be such an extremely worded thing.
My next one is comment sections, but I feel like we've gone through it. Then Instagram stories, I just think that out. Like, I don't ever enjoy looking at an Instagram story, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, I thought I did a really funny one yesterday and no one replied, so
what was it?
The phone collector one.
I didn't see it. You're gonna have to describe it.
So, my boobs, I don't know why I keep talking about them, broke like 5 bras in a month, like last year. Just like the wire come out of half of them.
Yeah.
And the wire of a bra is called a bone.
Yeah.
And then yesterday instead, I got enough boned bras over Christmas that I was like, instead,
you've turned replies off. That's why you didn't get a reply.
No, but I didn't get likes either.
Yeah, but you've got replies off on stories.
Oh. Anyway, let me finish speaking. So instead of binning all my one-boned bras, I got Mavs to take out all the bra bones from the other side. So I've just got loads of like boneless banquet bras. And then I was wanging the bones around going, I am the bone collector.
Right.
So funny.
Okay. Rich people worship. It needs to go away this year. Like, I feel like it started with Quiet Luxury, ended with Saltburn, got more and more deranged throughout that. We just need to stop idolizing rich people.
You're so true. That's so true. Bang on the money with the Quiet Luxury thing.
Like, it just feels like everywhere, and it feels so hard to avoid when you're on the internet, when that's not the reality that most people are living. Like, we're living through a very hard time economically, and I feel like the disparity between rich and poor is only ever widening, and it's making people like love rich people because they aspire to them so much, and we need to get rid of it. It's absolutely disgusting. We're never gonna
even like just get rid of humanizing them, rather than even worshipping them. Like, stop, like even like laughing at rich people's antics is like giving them like power, like the whole Boris Johnson thing, like the whole fucking Saltburn thing. Like, we're emboldening these people to embrace their privilege when we enjoy their content about that privilege.
Yeah, Henry on UK Big Brother is a really good example of that, because he was like openly a Tory and stuff, and then he won over people and still was horrible. Like, literally after one of the other contestants who was a doctor said that he had a really bad time during COVID, obviously being a doctor, he was like, haha, but I'd still love to have a drink with Boris Johnson.
Power.
These people don't have souls.
Yeah, and it's trying to be like, well, we all need to band together.
Mm-hmm.
Band together to do what? Save XL bullies? Like, what's the actual... What do I have
I
in
know
common
so
with them?
much about like Birkins, for example, as someone that will never own a Birkin bag in our life. Like, I feel like we're consuming so much passive content about rich people and the upper classes that is just useless.
Yeah, and their lives and their... Again, it's like the 150 people thing. I wonder how much that can be about. That can also apply to like how much brain space am I affording to stuff that's never going to benefit me.
Next one, saying you have tummy ache is a bit like tummy ache memes, etc. I hate it. It's so boring. I can say this because I have Crohn's disease. Like, it's not funny to have tummy ache.
Okay.
I just don't get it at all. Literally do not understand it. Go to your doctor. 2024. If you have chronic stomach aches. Sunny's Angels are out. It was fun while it lasted. It's weird that they have dicks.
It is weird that they have dicks, but it is funny to have one on a night out, as I've recently discovered.
Infusions / vitamin shots, unless you actually need them and get them through your doctor, obviously. But people that like pay through the nose to get a vitamin injection or an infusion, you are being scammed.
Also,
they don't do anything.
This ties into your rich people thing. Like, I wouldn't even know that was a thing until I saw it online and saw rich people shouting out for it.
Yeah, like people getting them on hangovers and stuff, that doesn't help at all. There's also, as someone who's ill, I know there are so many vitamins that you cannot process and that aren't helpful unless you're actually deficient. Like having a surplus of vitamin C is not helpful. If you're deficient, then it's helpful. If you have the right amount, having more isn't going to do anything. Wellness is also just generally out. Sam Levinson out. This one's really obvious, but I feel like Euphoria is never coming back. Voice notes are out. I really hate voice notes.
No, oh my god. If you're going to send a voice note, do it on an iMessage because it transcribes it now.
Yeah, we can do that, but I think voice notes, I want to do a whole episode on why I hate voice notes.
Sure.
They're terrible.
We're running out of time. Come on.
Air fryers are out.
Fine.
They're rubbish. We got one for the studio and it doesn't work. Digital authenticity is out. Trying to be authentic on the internet is out. Trying to curate your authentic persona is out. Just admit we can't be authentic on the internet.
Can't be authentic on the internet.
Controversial. Charlotte had a go at me for this one. Saying cigs are in or out is completely out. They're just cigarettes. I find it embarrassing that people are romanticizing cigarettes.
Right.
Thoughts, Gina?
I don't know. I just agree. I don't have anything to add.
Apathy is out, which relates to your obsession. No, it's me. Hope and obsession is in. Apathy is out. It's not cool to not care about things. Skincare beyond the minimum required. Me and Gina can both vouch for the moment we started doing skincare, our skin got worse.
Yeah, my skin's shocking at the minute, and I've been trying
to use Ponzi scheme. It's an absolute Ponzi scheme. Saying 2014 is back is out because everyone's wrong about what 2014 was.
I seen a tweet saying that 2016 is going to be the new 2014.
Oh my god, I just literally don't care. Saying these arbitrary years is it's back. What the fuck are you even talking about?
I know, especially because it's so specific. When we talk about things being back in past years, it used to be the 70s are back, the 80s are back, the 60s are back, and now it's oh, the third week of August in 2015 is back. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Okay, your out list.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard memes.
So out. I think we should do a full episode on that.
I really want to. I'm really sick of the way this girl is being treated online.
Memeified.
Yeah, literally.
I think memeing people is just out. Memeing it. People, the same people that would decry true crime are the people that meme very not famous people into existence.
Yeah, people off The Traitors, people off Come Dine With Me, and then even on a larger scale Britney and stuff like that, and then it just becomes full circle where people are oh, she needs to be back under guardianship, because what the fuck are you on about?
We're just commodifying people so much onto the internet now that it's just actually disturbing.
Yeah, we need to stop seeing individuals as worth deifying.
But we'll talk about that more next week.
Next, disposable vapes.
That was on my list last year.
I agree with it. I was pure disposable vape start of 2023. Now I'm back on ciggies, and just even C&M, I just think childish.
What's C&M?
What?
Seeing them.
C&M.
I thought you were saying C and M.
I'm sorry, accent.
Okay, next.
Miko.
I don't actually understand what Miko is, so
kind of I'm just kind of sick of this trend online being well, what about me? The being in a comment section about, we've touched on it before.
Yeah.
Okay, out social media, which is kind of adds into your comment section, Instagram stories. I'm over imbibing so much about different people and different trends and all this stuff.
I just want it to be fun again.
Yeah, I want to go onto my Instagram and see cool things, not a close-up of someone's dirty plate next, and the next slide's their shoe on the floor, and then the next slide's like half their face in a mirror selfie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see that.
I don't understand this next one, so you need to explain it.
Faux casual dining. So like, I don't know if this is specific to Manchester, but loads of like restaurants where like it used to be like 15 quid for a plate of food have rebranded themselves as like rigatonis, or they're called like fat pats, or they're called like whatever. Like they've got a name like that. Their font is like bold font in just like red, and they're like still serving the same price meals. Like it's like the Five Guys of bloody eating.
Right.
I'm sick of it.
Fair enough.
If you're serving me a dinner for over £11, over £10, I want a china plate. I want a proper knife and fork.
I think if I'm going out for dinner, I want that. Full stop.
Well, I don't mind. Like if I'm going out for like a cheeky pizza or something, and it's like £6, and like your branding's like a bit silly and like whatever. Cool. Like we've got paper napkins. Well, we've got paper napkins anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Fun.
But I hate like this new kind of like trying to casualify going out for a meal.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Street TikTokers.
This is like this pervasive nature of the internet flowing into real life now, and I'm sick of it. Like, why am I walking down Market Street scared I'm going to be stopped or like in the background of a video? Like, that's insane. Like, why can't public spaces just be for running through in my joggers?
True.
And then the last one's Wegovy. How do you say it?
I would say Wegovy.
Ozempic. Ozempic, basically.
I saw an advert for Wegovy.
That's what I mean. That's what prompted.
On telly.
That's what prompted me to put it down. And I think,
which is very rare in England. It's not rare in America.
Yeah, it's very rare to have a medicine advert. And if that starts being the case on advertising, I'm going to be really upset.
We're going to live in hell. Fat people are going to be in hell for 2024.
Yeah, we'll probably end up doing an episode on it. Not going to lie.
Yeah. Well, that is it.
That's out. What colour lipstick are you?
Tell us whose list you like better.
No. What colour lipstick are you going to wear this year?
Nude. What
size handbag are you going to have this year?
Medium.
And what pastel colour are you vibing with this year?
Yellow.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Love you. Thank you, Ione.
We'll see you next week when we're going to talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Bye.
Bye.